Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. It's 7:30 here on our Monday, August 12th. A week ago today, we started preparing for what Tropical Storm Debbie would bring to our area. Now, it was a hurricane Category 1 before making landfall in Florida. Then it turned into a tropical storm as it spun towards our area. One of those areas impacted is Bamberg County. The public information officer says the code red is still in effect and it's optional if people want to leave. Now, people in Bamberg County along the Edisto River Basin were urged to evacuate immediately Friday afternoon as water levels rose. The evacuation is not mandatory but encouraged for people in areas where some yards are under 2 to 3 feet of water. Our crews measured up to a foot of water over some roads. We spoke with a man who is not able to get to his house. He's been living near the river for years and never seen it flood this much.
No, I ain't never seen it this bad. Never have. I fished this river all my life, me and my father.
And that is just something we heard from many people on both sides of the river. Across the river in Screven County, officials say the most important part now is reporting all the damages from the storm. They say you need to send all the information, your name, your address, pictures of the damage to the following email right there on your screen, screvenema@gmail.com. You will have to, like I said, include your name, phone number, and address, and a description of the damage on the property. Don't forget pictures and videos for reference. That's going to start this cleanup process right away. Red Cross volunteers stayed busy loading up a caravan of trailers and vans with supplies and meals last week. Augusta has been a Red Cross staging area for the Georgia and South Carolina disaster response. State and local leaders say their efforts are critical.
It just does your heart well to see these folks who are willing to give their time to help others.
Seeing the prepared meals, lunches and dinners for families that no longer have power or the ability to cook food, it's just an amazing sight to see.
About 25 local volunteers help with disaster response. New this morning, we're learning from Wren's city manager that a boil water advisory is in effect for everyone until further notice. He says the city is issuing it to be safe after a water main break and could be disrupting water supplies or causing water pressure to drop. Everyone is encouraged to boil their tap water for drinking, cooking, or preparing food for 1 minute. This will stay in effect until testing is done. The city sent out another Facebook post yesterday afternoon that the break was isolated when crews started those repairs. Officials believe some people could have their water restored, while others will have to wait. A 38-year-old is dead from a single car accident over the weekend. The coroner says Larry Priester of Barnwell died near the intersection of Old Friar Road. We learned from Highway Patrol his car ran off the right side of Edgefield Highway and crashed. An autopsy has been scheduled. Have you seen this missing woman on your screen? Waynesboro Police Department says 52-year-old Melissa Ellison was last seen Friday night on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Officials believe she had on dark pants and a multicolored scarf around her head. If you see her, call the police department. A heads up for neighbors in North Augusta. The city is planning to close Bluff Avenue between Center Street and West Avenue to all traffic tonight. That means no cars, no walkers from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Leaders want you to follow the detour signs posted to get around that closure. Remember that sinkhole we showed you on Walton Way? Well, it looks to be fixed now. The sinkhole opened up last month, not far from the Windsor Court neighborhood and Langford Middle School. Now, some cars may have seen a little bit of extra detour because students are reporting to Langford Middle School while Bel Air is still under construction. Leaders say they are targeting October 1st for the completion date of Bel Air Middle School. Parents of Westmont Elementary students, don't forget your kids return to the Performing Arts Center this week. The principal sent out a letter before the weekend making sure parents know the new campus on Oakley-Perkle Road still is not ready. The principal says the final inspection could happen sometime this week, but there's no definite move-in date. The school will return to the PAC today through Thursday, still making a decision on Friday. The school district plans to keep you updated as they learn more information, and of course we will let you know as well. Washington County deputies are investigating a shooting that left 2 people injured early Sunday morning. They say it happened at Cornbread's Club on Matthews Road outside of Tinnell, and they do have a suspect in mind. Investigators are looking for 25-year-old Trayvon Hutchinson of Wrightsville. He's wanted for 3 counts of aggravated assault and more. Authorities say he may go by the name Pete Grady, so if you see him, call the sheriff's office. A man from Columbia County is facing several charges after deputies say he shot at them from his car in Harlem. Deputies say Bradley Gooding was taken to a local hospital and is in the ICU from that incident. The sheriff's office says they went to Rolland Road Saturday afternoon to respond to a domestic dispute and saw Gooding driving away. A report says deputies tried to catch up to him on Old Louisville and Harlem Grovetown roads when Bradley started shooting from his car. Once he reached the Jamie Drive intersection, deputies say his car left the road and crashed. They say it looked like he shot himself in the head. The sheriff's office is planning to press several charges, including aggravated assault with no bond and family violence. Purple, pink, and white balloons flew up into the sky Saturday. This is when people took time out of their weekend to remember and honor 36-year-old Shakima Turan. She disappeared earlier this month and was thought to be on the way to the Atlanta area. DeKalb County officers found her dead at Wesley Chapel Road. Officials in the department say the case is being investigated by their homicide assault unit. Officers also add they identified a suspect and secured the warrants, but they could not tell us who they're looking for yet. We do know Richmond County deputies here at home are looking for a man wanted for questioning. They've talked to Turan's boyfriend, Baritz Denate Martin, since she disappeared. Again, he's wanted for questioning here at home right now. Deputies believe he may be driving a white Ford F-250 with Georgia tags RJW 1158. If you see him, call the sheriff's office. That's all we've got for news. Let's send things over to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong for a check at the weather.
All right, Nick, we've been watching some dense fog develop a lot through this morning. Now we kind of see a little bit more development just to the west of the Augusta area, out towards McDuffie and parts of Warren County along I-20. Visibility down in the Thompson area, a quarter of a mile, but still around zero here in the metro. We're looking at 90-degree weather that'll come back in today. Had a lot of the heat and humidity over the weekend. That's going to carry over into the next couple of days because that heat index is expected to still be around that low 100 mark. Going into some dense fog, this look out of our studios here. You go across the state line and the Savannah River Bridge. That's the way it will stay. So I-20 Riverwatch Parkway, kind of amongst a lot of that dense fog. We're sitting at 72 degrees. We're heading back into the 90s. Chance of maybe an isolated late day afternoon thunderstorm. Lower 90s are seasonal, though, for this time of year. And this is about what it's going to feel like with the heat index. Had those triple digits over the weekend. 100, 105 degrees are possible through today and tomorrow. But just generally keeping that south to southwest wind pumping in the heat and humidity for later on today. It's lower to mid 90s, a little bit favored more into the South Carolina area, Columbia on eastward for storms overnight into early Tuesday. But with stalled out front, we have 80s and 90s back into 5:30 tomorrow. The rain-cooled thunderstorms may knock back some of that 90-degree weather. But let's take a look at the drop in highs in the upper 80s. That's Wednesday and Thursday. Chance of a storm there, possibly by Wednesday, otherwise dry, and 90-degree temps hanging there Friday through the weekend. Everyone have a great day.